fairly simple principle on which most businesses rely is that what gets measured gets done. Luckily, for users of Dynamics 365, you can do just that and without too much fuss either. Reporting in Dynamics comes in a few guises: reports, advanced find, charts, and dashboards. Today, we'll be focusing on the latter. Welcome to this SkillUp video tutorial provided by Evorio. Dashboards are visual representations of your data in the form of views and charts. They enable visibility of KPIs and organizational insights, as well as any important customer data. Dashboards are a great way to see at-a-glance information in one place, to inform actions, or even a to-do list for your day's work. Let's take a closer look. To start with, anybody can build a dashboard, and to do so, you need a couple of key elements: a saved view, which is essentially a saved advanced find query, and, if you want to add a visual element, a chart based on an existing saved view. Now let's get started. We won't cover creation of saved views in this session, but begin by looking at charts. CRM comes with some pre-built charts per entity or record type, but they may not give you the insight you need. Here's where you can create your own to tailor it to fit your particular needs. Navigate to the relevant entity, in this case we will be looking at opportunities, and locate the view from the view selector on which you want to base the chart. Now click Show Chart to expand the chart pane. Here you will find the out-the-box charts that came with your CRM, as well as any pre-existing charts created either by yourself or by other members of your team. Click the ellipsis and then the plus icon to start designing a new chart. This will pop out a new window. Now we're in the Chart Designer and can start to build our chart. Note the different chart types you can choose, completely dependent on preference and use case. You can even choose a top X filter to perhaps show your top customers based on revenue generated over a period. First, choose the correct view from the view selector at the top. This is helpful because it should contain the columns of data that you want to measure in your chart. Now give your chart a name and bring it to life. Finally, it's time to work out what goes on which axis. Well, always remember the x-axis, that's the horizontal one, is the independent variable, and the y-axis, the vertical one, is the dependent variable. X is the one that affects y. The independent affects the dependent. As an example, say you were plotting an amount of sales revenue generated each month. The month is what affects how much revenue you will show in the column of a chart. So month is the X and the revenue is the Y. Choose the columns on this basis. In our scenario, we want to see total value of opportunities by month of estimated close date. So we choose estimated close date and month for our category, and estimated revenue for our legend. Save your work, and now you have a chart. Navigate to Dashboards inside Dynamics, and you'll be taken to whichever dashboard is set as your default. Click New to create a new Dynamics 365 dashboard, and now you will see you have some choices. These different layouts all allow the same type of dashboard components, but will display them slightly differently. Note that the maximum number of tiles on a dashboard is 6, but you should be discerning about what at-a-glance info you add to each dashboard to ensure it does not become too cluttered to inform any insight or action. From the Dashboard Designer window that opens, ensure you give your dashboard a compelling name to describe what it is meant to inform. Now start to add your components. You can add these directly from the tiles themselves or from the toolbar at the top. Choose your record type, then the relevant view, and finally, in the case of a chart component, choose the chart from the list. Continue to add components relevant to the aim of your dashboard. As this is a sales-related example, in addition to my sales chart created earlier, I will be adding the view as a list, as well as some sales activity charts. These help to create a full picture of not just the financials, but of actions taken with customers to progress sales opportunities, as well as any that are outstanding and still due for completion. You can edit components to make them larger, either wider or taller, and you can drag and drop to change the layout or order of the tiles. Once you are happy with the design of your dashboard, perform a final save and then close. Now view your dashboard in the Dashboards area. Et voila! Now you have a one-page look at key information about your work, which you can look at in closer depth should it be required. Expand the chart. Click to view records. Filter the records by columns or bars on your chart. And click into records to make any necessary amendments directly. Thank you for watching this SkillUp training resource provided by Evorio. Follow us for more in the What Gets Measured Gets Done series, where we cover goals and other elements of reporting.